Okay guys, so this is going to be a recap for this day's price action, Wednesday 20th August. So going into the day, what I could see, this is for ES between. Going into the day, what I could see is going into the week, we already have a protected swing to our side and we are heading into a relevant swing here on Tuesday. So going into Wednesday, I do have two thoughts in my mind. Let how price would react here if price is manipulating this weekly open low and shows me displacement back inside. I would try to frame it higher, firstly till current week's high, which is this Monday's high, and then ultimately towards here. But if price is displacing through this low, not able to reverse off of this and through continuing through it, then my objective is the next relevant swing, which is not this but this. To me, this is much clearer on H4, but you can see of the daily as well. If price is displacing through this, what is the next relevant swing? We can just see off of the daily. This is kind of value swing to this, right? So two thoughts in my mind: either manipulation of this, if manipulation, then framing higher to these failure swings. If price displaces through this, fails to reverse off of this and keeps continuing, then I would frame till here. And previous day low would be a point of relevance as well. Price could form reversal of here, so I would pay attention to previous day low as well here, mainly this and previous day low, to tell me which side I'm gonna frame towards, this and previous day low. And this was only for ES because in Q I didn't have much. Not, I didn't want, or it wasn't simply clear to me, I didn't want to frame it. Instead, ES, I had a better framework to work off on, so I preferred ES Wednesday. But unfortunately I wasn't able to be at my system that day. But yes, so this is a recap for that. Tuesday I did frame NQ same way till here, like these objectives on ES, which I'm gonna frame towards on Wednesday. NQ I frame towards these Monday 11 August, Monday 11 August, just like displacing through this and then framing towards here. Same way I framed NQ towards here the previous day. Displacing through previous day low. So next objective becomes this. The same way I am using ES the next day. This day I captured it, but on NQ this day, but next day I wasn't able to. So let's get into the lower time frame. Now you can see a better relevant swing here, right? This is where I want to see how price would react, right? And if displaces through, then here. If manipulates, then till here. So going into the day, previous day low here, price tags previous day low, and until and unless this move happens, I didn't have any sign of bullishness, right? After this is kind of showing me manipulation of previous day low, I am thinking of bullish idea only because of this move higher, right? Prior to it, no signs of framing it higher, right? So why would I even consider framing bullish? Because of this move higher of previous day low. Okay, so if this is gonna hold, then I was thinking, okay, I would be thinking high of the day and previous day high as well. This is a failure swing to previous day high. Okay, 58. Maybe not, but till weekly open, maybe yes. But at least this high of the day. If this reversal of a previous day low is gonna hold, then I would be looking around 9:30 to see if it holds, because the bearish framework is still valid. Price hasn't came back above this, so I do not exactly know if this is getting manipulated or not. Okay, and this is 7, this is 8, and then around New York, if I am considering manipulation of previous low only because of this leg, then I want this leg to hold, right? Because prior to it I couldn't see any signatures for bullish order flow, right? So if this makes me think bullish, then this leg should hold in order to reach higher here. And if bullish order flow is there, then highs should be displaced through, lows should be rejected. This clear rejection of low, this should have stayed protected, right? This should stay protected going into New York, and these clear equal highs, these should get displaced through, right? So but at the same time the bearish framework isn't invalidated yet, so this is kind of a conflicted idea case. So at in these cases I demand more from price and heavily rely on drivers, which in case of this day wasn't any until 9:30 equities open, right? And equities open, if the day is going to be bullish, I would have expected this to hold. And if price tags this directly, I don't want to see price manipulating this, because then 9:30 drivers would be manipulating this, which is kind of invalidation to our idea. Why? Bullish order flow, highs should be displaced through. If highs are getting manipulated, that is bearish order flow, and that too by the drivers. And driver has a significant work to do. Driver validates or invalidates idea, right? Okay, so going into 9:30 driver here, clear ranging you can see, right? So how I would have approached this, if I am targeting this for a moment, right? I have the day, and prior to 9:30 this is the framework, this is clear manipulation here. I would expect this to hold. So 9:30 could do two things. If it directly tags this, then I don't want to see it returning back, because that would be a bearish scenario and invalidation to our idea. If the bullish idea is gonna stay, then if 9:30 directly tags, I want to see it get displaced through and price failing to reverse off of here, and then I could frame continuations higher. Else if price tags this or this low first, then I could expect a manipulation here to then frame it higher, right? So by the time 9:30 enters, this is kind of invalidation to our idea, right? This is 9:30. 9:30 is doing what? Doing the thing which we would have never wanted. It is instead manipulating, and plus this much displacement already an invalidation. But okay, still okay, if you were gonna think, okay, maybe this range here is failing, maybe, but this is still holding, right? So okay, maybe this range is failing, then if the day is still gonna be bullish, maybe 9:30 manipulates this, okay, being still neutral, okay. बट वन उसको क्या बोलते हैं कि टर्न ऑफ वे नहीं, वन माइनस पॉइंट, नेगेटिव पॉइंट, anything, one invalidation, anything you want to say it. Hope you get what I mean. 9:30 if directly tags this, I would have never wanted it to come back this much. Instead just displays through if the day was gonna be bullish. But still okay, let us suppose this range is failing, so then I would want desperately 9:30 to manipulate this and go immediately higher if the day is still gonna be bullish. Okay, because then if this fails, I'm not even expecting this range to hold, right? then the bullish idea is already invalidated. This is the last line of defense. Okay, 930 tags this, shows immediate reaction back off of it. Okay, still okay. Then I would have wanted it to immediately go away from it. But once it is failing to go away, failing to reverse off of this, and already rejecting highs, failing to displace through highs, and displacing through lows instead, and with this much displacement, lower, right? Then bullish idea is already getting invalidated. 930 with this much displacement, driver validating, manipulation, giving immediate quick continuation, failing this, invalidating this bullish idea. And if this bullish idea is invalidated, which was only formed because of this range, then the overall bearish idea displacing through this gets into play. And if displacement through this idea is into the play, then this was our objective, right? Only two things we were looking going into the day. If price would manipulate this, then framing it higher till here, Tuesday and intra-week high, same for previous day low. If manipulates, then I have the day. But it doesn't. When it doesn't manipulate these, then this was the objective. And this signature is enough. Many people took that directly. Okay, if you have conviction, but there could be still chances that 930, if the day is still going to be bullish, 930 could react off of here and then reach higher. 100% valid. So I personally wouldn't have taken this. I saw many people took this kind of optimized entry here, but enough good framework. Yes, 930 immediately showing displacement, rejecting high, and okay, you are not considering this, but it could be still considered. And for catching the best probable setup, waiting for this was the best, would have been the best decision. And till this moment, okay, this is the last line of defense. Okay, for bullish idea stay intact. This happens still okay. If this keeps going higher, then you could consider it 930 manipulation, 10 a.m. continuation. But once this fails as well, then this is the continuation of this idea, and this idea is 930 manipulating this, which is already invalidating the bullish idea, right? And then quick continuation provided immediately after that. So that leads to thinking this bullish idea is invalidated. So till the objective. So yes, this would have been the position, trusting this here, these opposing candle, enough range, optimized entry around there with stop there. This could have been considered too much RR. Then even you can enter directly here. I would not have expected that much immediate, but yes, once the days where driver immediately sets up framework would expand like that. When driver fails to establish any proper narrative, those would be the low probable days. So if you have any doubts related to this from top to bottom and every why behind this position, then you could go and ask. Yes, sir. So I could recap this again. Going into the day, price has reached into a relevant swing, and at relevant swing, I want to see how price would react there. If displaces through, shows lack of willingness to return back inside, then I would expect prices displacing through this and framing continuations till the next relevant swing, which was this case here. right? And plus I forgot about this thing, add in this SMT here as well, adds to your confidence, backed by immediate displacement away. This SMT here, now this idea is much more probable than it was previously. This SMT 930 here, see NQ 930 is somewhere here, hasn't swept this. It has swept this. Okay, so we would head on to the next recap for gold. You are chore. Okay, let's go. Meet you till the next time.